AutoNation reporting fourth quarter results a short time ago. The nation's largest auto retailer posting earnings per share of $1.10. That's 4 cents short of what the street was expecting. Revenue also coming in a little shy of the street's forecast. But bigger news here as well. AutoNation also announcing that longtime CEO Mike Jackson is going to be stepping down next month. Joining us right now in a first on CNBC interview is AutoNation CEO Mike Jackson. Also, AutoNation incoming CEO Carl Liebert. And gentlemen, welcome to both of you. Mike, it's kind of hard to imagine AutoNation without you as the CEO. You've been there for 20 years now, and the stock has exploded under your watch. So let's talk a little bit about your decision to leave and your decision to bring in Carl. Or actually, that was not your decision, that was the board.
Well, good morning, Becky. First, I'm thrilled to hand the baton of leadership of AutoNation to Carl Liebert. It really is a joy. This was a process that I kicked off on your show back in the middle of September, and it was my board did an outstanding job. We had tremendous interest in the position, and down the stretch, I became involved with the top candidates and concluded that Carl was uniquely prepared to lead AutoNation. He has the enthusiastic, unanimous support of the board, and I may add also our two largest and longstanding shareholders, Cascade and ESL, which combined own 40% of the shares of AutoNation. Now, what makes Carl so special, and I told you back then, first and foremost, whoever is going to be the CEO of AutoNation will be an outstanding leader, and Carl definitely passes that test. Next, though, what I am particularly enthusiastic about is he's done retail at scale. He knows what it takes to sell things one at a time and to fix things one at a time. But beyond that, he's got a skill set that uniquely prepares him to take advantage and seize the opportunities that AutoNation has over the next decade, and that is supply chain logistics expertise as we build out our precision auto parts capacities. And he has successfully built a digital platform with almost 13 million members at USAA, which exists in a virtual world very much so, and is particularly strong on mobile. And that's an opportunity here at AutoNation. And finally, he is a car guy. Now, he doesn't know the car business, but he is a car guy. His father owned a drag strip in southern Indiana, and Carl was there dropping the flag. And that's priceless to have as a skill set to lead AutoNation.
Carl, what's your quick analysis of the company and what you plan to do when you step in?
Thanks, Becky. I appreciate that. Good morning. I think my quick analysis is we have stores coast to coast. And to start with a platform already established, and Mike, after 20 years of building this platform, taking over from Wayne, it's an incredible opportunity to think about how we connect with our customers end to end, not only through our stores, but through parts distribution, through collision, but then how do we engage them on digital and mobile? And this idea that we know our customers want to be connected. We want to be connected not only to them, but we also want to be connected to our manufacturing partners. And we think that is a really, really strong case for what this industry is going to look like over the next 10, 15 years.
Mike has talked over the last couple of years about how things have changed so much in the industry. That's why he's built more focus into the service side of things, because it's just harder to make a profit on some of the new cars that are coming out. Do you see any change in that part of the business?
No, actually, I'm more excited about the service side, Becky, and I think this is the opportunity we talk about of customer intimacy and building this customer experience operating model. That service is where we're going to earn trust and credibility throughout the value chain and really earn customers' loyalty for life. So how do we really take data, make it and build it at scale to create just, I'll call it a compelling service experience. It's something that I'm so proud of my team back at USAA, something we do in the claims when you have a claim or an insurance claim. We were able to do that like what we think no one else could do. I think you can do the same thing in the service side in the auto industry and certainly at AutoNation.
So, Mike, you're going to be there as executive chairman. I don't know if you've got your plan set completely, but it's hard to imagine AutoNation without Mike Jackson. You, Mike, probably never set out to try to eclipse Wayne Huizenga because that's impossible to do. But I think maybe you.
It's impossible.
You almost did. You're like founder 2.0. You are AutoNation at least as much as Wayne was, and that's a testament to the last 20 years. I think you made it what it is, right?
Thank you, Joe. But here's the way I think about it. AutoNation will always only have had one incredible founder. That's Wayne. And what Wayne did in putting his company together, I never could have done. He was a very, very special man. Wayne was also wise enough to know that for the next chapter, he didn't have the skill set to make it all hum and to build a brand. And that's why Wayne brought me in. And now I look at the situation, Joe, and say, okay, the scale is here. We got a brand that's trusted and admired. We built a purpose for the company, finding a cure for cancer, which is a culture that goes from coast to coast. But the skill set that's needed for the next chapter is not my strength. And I'm wise enough, like Wayne was, to say, let's go find a great leader who exactly has the skill set to seize the new opportunities that I've created. And that's why I'm thrilled to hand the baton to Carl.
Mike, on the other hand, I'm trying to figure out the stock was 52. It's like down in the high 30s now. Is that a commentary on what we worry about with the economy itself? We hear auto sales softening, housing. When people talk about harbingers of the end of this great period we've been in, they always point to auto sales. Is that reflected in AutoNation stock, or is it the investments you made in other stuff?
Yeah,
what do you attribute it to?
No, absolutely, Joe. As they say in The Godfather, this is the life we chose. Automotive is a cyclical business. Out of 10 years, you have 7 great ones, and then the cycle turns. And as far as investors are concerned, I don't care whether it's a manufacturer, supplier, or a retail, you don't buy the stock at the end of the cycle. That's just where their mindset is. But that also creates a lot of opportunities, which we've taken advantage of over the years, and have always come out of downturns stronger than we went into them. And we intend to do that this time also.
Mike, it's Michelle. Good to see you.
Good to see you, Michelle.
I'm chuckling a little bit where you talk about softening auto sales, because you steered the company through the time period when auto sales in the country fell from record highs down to like 10 million at an annual sell rate. I mean, a decline of nearly 50%, where we watched the major car retailers almost go bust. It was crazy. And yet you managed to steer the company through that time period. Carl, are you ready for big challenges? Have you got the skill set to handle crises the way that Mike did?
Good morning, Michelle. I think this is the opportunity that Mike and I spent a lot of time together chatting about where we are in the cycle and where the industry is. Especially as we start to think about the future. So Mike has an unbelievable amount of confidence, I think, in his selection as well as the board's. But I also think this is going to be opportunistic to really engage, and maybe that platform for creating the customer experience that through a downturn allows us to actually grow and do extraordinarily well. We believe in that the coast-to-coast store platform model, that we have lots of opportunity to take advantage of that. And so there will be headwinds, but we like to see that there is a significant opportunity to take advantage at this point.
But Michelle, I should be very clear. We're not looking at anything like 08 or 09 in the next couple of years. This is a very gradual downturn. It's going to come in automotive. I think this year industry sales will be around 16,800,000. There's absolutely nothing wrong with that. Retail will probably decline a bit more, 5 to 6% is my estimate on that. So it's nothing like 08, 09. Just answering the question.
I was just trying to give you props for steering the company through one of the roughest times ever. I mean, it was an amazing feat considering what could have happened. So, hey, Mike, one of the things I've always...
My attitude is adversity is your friend. Adversity is an opportunity. And once you understand that, then you can really leverage the situation.
Mike, one of the things I've always loved about you is that you come on good news or bad, and you're willing to take the questions. This quarter, earnings were below what was expected, both on the bottom and the top line. What happened?
So it was a challenging quarter, no question. We had particularly difficulties in California, where for the entire industry, retail was off 10%. and for new vehicles. And we had a very difficult comp in Texas and Florida because of the snapback from the hurricanes that were very strong snapback a year ago. So our new vehicle sales were down 8%. But even beyond those two explanations, I think retail automotive is getting more difficult. That's why I said I think it'll be down 5 to 6% this year in 2019. And we took action already on the cost side. I sort of did Carl a favor. I said, I'm going to take $50 million out of cost before the new CEO comes because I know exactly where to go get it and how to get it done without disrupting the company.
Hey,
so
Mike.
That's my gift to you, Carl. I already took the cost action.
We're out of time, but I just want to, you've been watching Tesla and some of the developments this week. You've had some outspoken comments in the past. Any comments on just currently on your thinking on Elon Musk and Tesla?
Well, at first, I'm very proud that I can tweet without having to go through legal, and I don't have to recall my tweets. I do consider that accomplishment. I think he's overpromising on autonomous vehicles in almost an unethical way. This idea that he tells people, relax, it's autonomous, but you have to be prepared to step in and save the day at any moment, I think is the wrong message to the consumer. And I think his bait and switch approach on selling the Model 3, where he takes hundreds of thousands of dollars of orders at $35,000 and then does like an auction and he'll build your vehicle for you if you're willing to pay a higher price. So there's not another retailer in America that could get away with that bait and switch.